warm welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. I am Joy Asonye. Russian President Vladimir Putin has revealed that the country's health ministry has given regulatory approval for the world's first COVID-19 vaccine, with his daughter among those inoculated. The vaccine, which is developed by Moscow's Gamaleya Institute, is coming after less than 2 months of human testing, raising concerns about mass inoculation as the final stages of clinical trials to test safety and efficacy is ongoing. Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology in Ekiti State, Southwest Nigeria, Folusho Daramola, this Tuesday announced the suspension of the principal of Methodist Girls High School, Ifaki Ekiti, who was absent when the governor, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, paid a visit to the school to monitor compliance with COVID-19 rules. Daramola has asked the principal to hand over the management of the school to the most senior vice principal, while further disciplinary action may be taken by the Teaching Service Commission. Still in Nigeria, the African Scholars Care Initiative this Monday in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, has organized a 6-week intensive ICT training for girls. The Minister of State, Science and Technology, Barrister Muhammad Abdullahi, in his flag-off speech stated that the Federal Executive Council, through the Ministry of Youth and Sport, has approved the Youth Investment Fund of about 75 billion naira, an equivalent of $193.9 million, to support such initiatives. He observed that there was a shortage of female ICT experts in Africa, hence the need to encourage girls to join the ICT sector with a target of bridging the gender equity gap.
There is a significant shortage of trained female ICT professionals, women accounting for less than 20% of ICT expertise in Africa. There is need to encourage women and girls to pursue ICT careers in order to foster a more dynamic technology sector, create opportunities for empowerment, bridge the gaps, and ensure gender equity. Recently, the Federal Executive Council, through the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sport, have approved the Youth Investment Fund of about 75 billion naira to be spent the next 3 years to enable youth access funds to support their startup businesses on very friendly conditions and less cumbersome protocols.
Meanwhile, the United States President Donald Trump was escorted out of a conference last Monday after shooting was heard outside the White House. The suspect, a 51-year-old, was said to have approached a police officer with weapons and tried shooting when the officer shot him in the torso. The premises were cleared and locked down after the president and his staff exited the building. We take a break now. When we return, NDDC demands prosecution of failed contractors. Stay with us. Details coming shortly.
Don't give us any excuses.
If I can do it,
if I can put on a mask,
and I can put on a mask, so can you.
so can you.
so can you.
So can you.
Welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Update. Lebanese security officials have revealed that they warned the Prime Minister and President last month that about 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate stored in Beirut port posed a security risk and could destroy the capital if it exploded. This was contained in a report by the General Directorate of State Security on events leading up to the explosion. According to Reuters, the report also included a reference to a private letter sent to President Michael Aoun and Prime Minister Hassan Diab on the 20th of July 2020. And in Nigeria, the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemieson, this Monday has directed civil servants on grade levels 12 and 13, as well as those on important duties, to resume full work immediately, following the clearance by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. Yemieson urged chief executive officers to ensure full compliance with the directives on COVID-19 prevention, stressing that the overcrowding in individual offices must be avoided. Meanwhile, the Niger Delta Development Commission has demanded the prosecution of contractors who collected advance payment from the agency but failed to execute the contract. The managing director of the agency, Professor Kemebra Dikumo Ponde, in a letter reminded the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, of some documents relating to alleged contract scams in the agency recently being handled by the Police Department of Operations. The arrival of COVID-19 in Nigeria sparked a cascade of crises, but the pandemic poses its greatest threat to the impoverished and fragile people living in IDP camps. AD4 TV radio crew visited an IDP camp in Abuja to assess the situation.
Some individuals, they are come to help us, they are give us support to help. They are bringing some help for us. They are trying to bring help for us. Even the government is trying out about security matter. Anything will happen here, the security they come to support us. Nothing government to give us.
This coronavirus pandemic has really dealt with us here in the camp. The federal government hasn't really come to help us, but a few kind-hearted individuals have come to help us by giving us food, hand sanitizers, face masks and gloves. We also try to protect ourselves by maintaining social distancing.
That's it on AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4 TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Joy Asoye.